everyone. Welcome back to Living To Do's review of Married at First Sight, Season 17. Now, this episode, I'm going to touch, on episode 1 and 2. I just actually watched episode 1 today. I didn't think I was going to watch it. I didn't realize they had an actual wedding on that episode. So let's get into this long awaited season, Married at First Sight Denver. Right off the bat, I did not like what happened to the groom, Michael. I don't ever see that again. If people are not going to go through with the process, I really don't enjoy people being humiliated, embarrassed on television and in front of their family like that. That is a terrible pain. And I didn't enjoy watching that. That poor guy, I really felt sorry for him. The way they played it off on the first episode, I just thought his wife or his fiance took one look at him and decided against it. But then in episode 2, she walks up to him, they do talk, and she just said doesn't think she could marry a stranger. And it was very amicable. I mean, it wasn't she wasn't mean-spirited at all. She just had a change of heart. The way they put it out is, at first I thought, oh my God, what a terrible woman. But maybe they would have worked. She gave him this sword in a crown, and he actually wore it at the altar. Um, she complimented him, and she gave him an apology letter. So I'm glad all that happened. And maybe we'll find out later what really happened. She got cold feet, and she just had a feeling that this wasn't the thing for her to do. I don't know. But I hope they never. Oh, it was a scepter. She gave him a scepter. Um, Poor guy. He was feeling confident and everything else. But I hope they never show me something like that again. I'm just not here for that type of unnecessary pain. Okay, and one more thing I want to get off my chest. Dr. Pepper lost so much weight. That must be that Ozempic diet. I don't want to hear any opposing views on that. That's my opinion. She looked great. I need to know where I can get me some. But I just thought, what a drastic change from when we saw her last time to now. All that weight loss could not have been going to the gym. Not that quick. No. But she looked good. Okay, let's go find a couple to talk about. Okay, the next couple is Emily and Brennan. I think she's 29, he's 28. She's never been in a relationship. She's a cute girl. They show her acting really wild at the bachelor party, getting too drunk, doing handstands in her dress. He's Russian, or his parents are Russian. He's 100% Russian. And they had their vows, and they were pretty compatible, looks wise, vows wise. She's a cute little girl. She looks like she reminds me of the actress Juliette Lewis. Just the way she looks and the way she acts. It's kind of spunky. I really don't have much to say about them. Um, we'll just see how this fares. Based on the vows, they're similar. She seems a little bit more outgoing than he is. He might be reserved, I don't know, for the cameras, out of respect for his parents. His father, a descendant or a Russian man, um, a man of few words so far. Um, I don't think he really was into this, but they have this thing that everybody in their family only gets married once. Is that an indication that this won't work out? We'll see. But honestly, I don't have much more to say. Wait and see. Okay, next couple. Okay, the next couple is Becca and Austin, both 31 years old. Becca is a wedding photographer. She has her own business, a little team that she has, and they go all around the country and they photograph weddings. I wonder if she'll be in business with Married at First Sight doing that. She recently had a surgery. She has endometriosis, And now that can affect her in the future, possibly having children. I don't know. I didn't watch the Matchmaker show. I don't know if they even touched on that, because she's has to talk to her new husband about this once they're married and together, you know. And if I don't know if she can have kids or not. If she can't, I mean, that's a terrible thing to match somebody who can't have kids, or a high probability that they can't have kids, and you're walking into this marriage and it's just, you don't know these things. That could be such a deal breaker. I hope he's the kind of guy who doesn't care about having his own kids or anything like that, because that would be awful. uh and then, she said something about, you get married for better or worse, but usually you know what you're getting into before that worse comes slapping you in the face like that. And she's a bubbly girl. She's a zest for life. She just and seems to enjoy herself. She has pink hair. She has a lot of friends. She seems very lovable. Um, she has her own style, I'll tell you that, because her wedding dress, she knew exactly what she wanted. First of all, she's in the business. I'm sure she's seen a lot. And she, for one, had one of the most unattractive wedding dresses I've seen, especially on the show. And it was like a Renaissance style dress, and it went with her hair. Um, that whole thing. I didn't even like her shoes. I didn't like anything. I mean, I like her as a person. I just don't like her style. And they showed her going to her wedding, and she had to open up the door to the church or whatever facility type of building that is. This big, heavy door. And I see her opening it in her wedding dress and struggling a little bit with it. I don't know where her dad was. He didn't seem to be in the picture. Her mom was there. And for her husband, Austin, my goodness, he seems like he has a sweet personality, but these guys, they all look alike. Um, Two of the guys, the dark hair, people of color, they look the same. And then the three other guys, they all look the same. I can't really tell them apart. And and they're all kind of boring, I believe, because I don't. There's not much to say about them. Uh, we'll see if this marriage works out. She was at the wedding, just I don't know if it was nerves, but when they stand at the altar and they're talking too much, and they think they're funny, and I just like, ugh, it's cringeworthy to me. I just thought, just shut up and just pay attention. I mean, I don't mind you interacting a little bit, but this is not, a half hour comedy hour. This is, you're getting married. So I honestly, I didn't really have nothing to say about her much. I mean, I worry about her issues with her health and what he may think of it. If that is just something he's going to have to say no to at the end, if it's way too important. Um, we'll have to see. But we're just getting to know these people. Okay, on to the next couple. Okay, the next couple is Lauren and Orrin. Lauren is 31 and she's a federal budget officer, and Orrin is a electrician. That's a good job. He's a handyman. He is 27 and she is 31. So there's an age difference. Though for 27, he seems kind of mature, and he looks older than 27. Tall, slender man who is Native American. That's a first. I'm so glad we're representing all kinds of people, and I'm glad to see a Native American on this show. I don't know if we ever see them anywhere in a reality show. So great. I'm glad about that. Now, he once went on a date with a man. Interesting. And at the end of the date, he just knew he wasn't gay. But you questioned it. Hmm. And she says that she is a queer woman. So this might work out. Um, if, I don't know how she feels about her man dibbling and dabbling on the other side or the same side. But if he is to accept you, then you would have to accept him. So they haven't talked about that yet with one another. I want to hear their reactions to this information. Because how would you feel if a man told you he went on a date with another man? Is that a man that you can continue to date? If he went on a date or if he had even a real relationship with a man, could you have a relationship with that man? I can answer that. I can't. And I have no problem with whoever you do, whatever you do, that's fine. Just for me, I like an alpha male. I like a man who likes a woman and he's a one woman man. That's attractive to me. I just wonder how other people feel. Can you share? There's a shortage of men. Is that an option? Boy, boy, I don't know. That's just interesting. Okay, so and these two, I thought these two together, when I saw them at times, I just didn't think they were attractive people. Now, I say that at times I thought that, but then at other times, other shots, I thought they were very attractive people. At times, I don't know, her photographs just don't do her justice at all for poor Lauren. And with Oren, I don't know what it is. He takes those glasses off and takes that hair down. He's gorgeous. He looks totally different. I wonder how she's gonna how she's going to react when she sees him differently with his hair down like that. But he's a Native American and he had his hair pulled up for the ceremony in a traditional way about keeping your hair out of your face and being clear minded when it's pulled back. Interesting. It's going to be interesting to learn his traditions, his customs. I think she's into that. Um, and I want to see them have a baby because that'll be a cute baby. I just want to see that. And let me see what else happened with them. Okay, they were at the altar, and I didn't like this. They were talking, and she high fived him at the altar. I don't like that. I To me, of course maybe you're not smitten right away, but it seems like with that type of interaction seems more of a friend zone type of interaction. And I worried about that. They had a nice conversation afterwards. He said that she was everything he asked for. Hmm. And she thought, there was a possibility that whoever was at the altar waiting for her wouldn't be receptive to her in a positive way. She thought that I think it's her look she thought was going to get in the way. She thought that the person would not find her attractive. But she's very open about her feelings and her emotions. He was kind of bobbing his head more or less than talking. But I am interested, fascinated to see them get to know one another. Interesting. Okay, on to the last couple. Last couple will be Claire and Cameron. Claire is 27 and she's a therapist, and Cameron owns a bike store. And I thought he said he's from England, but he sounded a little Australian. And he gave her this stuffed animal that looked like it would be from Australia. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's about the most interesting thing I can say about Brennan. He just not from this country. But Claire, I thought she was the most interesting of all the people, well, all the women anyway, and that's because she is a quadruplet. She was born with three other siblings. There was a total of three girls and a boy, and that boy, at some point in time, he took his own life. So that, that affects all the whole family, but especially when you're born with them. And I think he's the only boy in the family. It makes it even harder. And they had like a little picture of him on a chair and some candles so he could be there, I guess, in spirit. Um, all of that is so fascinating. I'm just really into multiple births. I love twins, triplets, quadruplets. How often do you see that? And that made her interesting. They're not identical either. I saw the other ones, her sisters. Um, and the fact that she's a therapist, so hopefully she's in touch with her feelings. She'll be able to express herself, maybe have patience for a new budding relationship. And this guy, Cameron, he's been in the States for 10 years. His family's not here. They're back in his home country. He has, I think, a cousin here, and he has an adopted family here. So they came and represented, supported him. Their wedding didn't take place yet. So I guess that will be the first wedding we see, how they drag everything out. And I see they're back to 2 hours again. Married at First Sight with these commercials. It's just too much. But that was it for them. So I at first before another thing, I didn't think I was gonna like this season. Watching the clips previously when they were airing, when the other episode, when season 16 was still on, I just thought to myself, oh, Denver, the snow is boring. Um, the people are individually, there's some interest here and there, uh, but it doesn't seem all that exciting. But we'll have to see. We'll drag it out another season. What else do we got to do? There's nothing else really going on. So that is it for now. I hope you would stay with me during the season. I will be reviewing every episode, and please check out my channel for past episodes. Um, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. But I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.